what's up? Welcome back to my channel for another week. And I'm saying that like I'm a regular or something, but we're trying, guys, we're trying. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Negin from Brunette, and if you haven't done this already, go subscribe, follow, read my blog, do that, and now we can talk about the video. I have a really cool video for you guys. At least I think it's really cool, which a lot of times people don't think it's cool, but I really think it will be cool for everybody this time, because it is something that really makes me so happy and that really keeps me sane. I'm going to talk to you about my bullet journal and how I organize this, and I'm going to show you everything I have in there and how you are supposed to do that, or how I am supposed to do that, because you will soon see that bullet journaling is entirely customizable and personal. So all you need to bullet journal is a blank journal and a pen, and that is all about it. If you wonder what the hell is bullet journaling, it's basically taking all your notebooks, your journal, your agenda, your list journal, your travel journal, your dream journal, your ambition journal, your sex journal, your weird word journal in just one journal. So you don't need to carry 1,000 billion journal. How cool is that? I was the loser who carried every single one of my journals, so I think it's pretty cool. The great thing about bullet journal is that there is absolutely no way to get it wrong. It's very personal, and the way you set up your bullet journal is something totally up to you. So I want you to take all of the stress off your shoulders, because there is literally no way you could do this wrong. Further ado, I'm just gonna show you right off the bat everything I have in there, so I stop talking and rambling and you actually have a clear idea of what a bullet journal is. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. My bullet journal, I use this leather crocodile kind of like cover for it. I already had that. I didn't buy this for my bullet journal. I'm not that kind of person, not that crazy yet. But as you'll see, my bullet journal is white, which is the first mistake I did, and something you should never do if you're gonna carry this thing everywhere like me and that you're kind of a mess. That's the first mistake I did. Most basic bullet journal that you'll find on the market. This is the Leuchtturm 1917. Where you have my key, which is all my coding for the rest of the journal and how it's gonna be basically. And for example, YouTube, shoot, task, uncompleted, moved, cancel, event, blog, Insta, important note. I use it yearly, then I use it monthly, and then I use it daily. So the first part of the bullet journal is always a setup. So you have an index that I will use when I am done with everything, and then you have the yearly kind of setup. So you have your 2018 favorites, my goals, my memory bank, and a year in a big picture, Insta growth tracker, YouTube videos to make, my year in Polaroid. That's something that I really like, and I really can't wait when it's actually finished and completed. My top songs of 2018, my vision board, which I'll have to complete, and real life happening here, guys. I had a fry in the middle of my bullet journal. I have no idea how she landed there, but she left a really ugly mark, so I had to paste a picture. The books I've read, this is kind of a joke we had with Des. I really wanted to read more for 2018, and so I started this page, and my friend Des was like, you better not read just a book, because it's gonna be very ridiculous on its own. So that's when I start planning monthly, and as you'll see, I had no idea what I was doing. Really, I had no idea. So I was kind of like, yay, I'm like new to bullet journaling, and I totally redid that whole thing because it was really ugly at first. You can see it's very sloppy. I put like some tape, and I started it in the end of January, so you don't have much apart from a review, a blog planner, a weekly setup, sorry, but that's like ugly as F. Like when I look back at it, I'm like, oh my god, Negin. So as you'll see, this really gets better. It really the cool thing about bullet journaling is that you really get to see the progress that you do, and you really get to understand what works and what doesn't work and how you want it to be. If either you want it more minimalist or you want it more kind of artistic. So that's when I started following what Amanda Richley, which is an amazing bullet journaling, link her down below, was doing, and she was doing kind of a heart kind of setup. As you have seen in January, I put my 10 happy things, and if you're not familiar with my blog, my 10 happy things are every month I sit and really talk about the things that make me happy on my blog. So if that interests you, go and check it out. And that's when I started tracking stuff, which I really like. I really like how satisfying this turned out to be. This is my mood tracker. The longer the line, the better the day. And this is my habit tracker. I colored if I did like workout, eat healthy, bed early, which you can see I don't go to bed early, Instagram reading, and writing. Then I have like a big month overview, a dream tracker. I write down all my dreams, and a blog planner, Amanda's weekly overview. Basically planning your week ahead by dividing everything into events and tasks. So you'll see I really like to change things around. Gratitude log, every day I sit down and write something that makes me happy. Another spread. So I was realizing that I was putting a lot of journaling into this, and I really didn't like how wordy all of this was. So I decided to add more calligraphy, more quotes, more colors, more photos, stuff that, you know, I'll smile and remember. March is really when I really started doing my own thing, and I stopped kind of like inspiring myself on Amanda or other bullet journaler. And that's the thing you gotta do, really. You gotta learn what works and what doesn't work for you, and what kind of bullet journaler you are. So it's nice at the beginning to have someone to look up to, but then it's really cool to have your own thing and continue doing you know what I mean? So here I did some, you know, pictures. I totally redid that one too because I really didn't like how it turned out, but overall I really like how this goes. Another monthly overview, another mood tracker. I kept the structure of last month because I really liked how this worked out, and I really like how cute it turned out. I really enjoyed this planner. I really didn't like how this turned out because it was kind of awkward. I just used this and then I pasted pictures and just a note. But adding more calligraphy and more notes and more doodling and books to read and, you know, stuff to buy. I kept my dream log and my gratitude log. And then I started really doing my own thing with the weekly spread, and I really like how this turned out, you know, like adding like the big numbers and like the little quote, adding stuff here like pictures and calligraphy and lists, and, you know, like I started kind of planning the layout in a different way that I thought was more aesthetically pleasing and that I would like to go back more and, you know, look at more. And see, I really started implementing themes, so every month I'll do a different theme, and this month March's theme was really the lightning bolt, which I really like how it turned out in the end. I totally embraced it. As you can see, I had a lot of fun here with the colors, and, you know, it's all about understanding what works. So implementing trackers, sleep trackers and water trackers, and I really like how, you know, it all works out in the end. And that's really the whole thing about bullet journaling, is that no matter who you are, your bullet journal is deeply personal, and it's gonna change monthly and it's gonna change even yearly, and you're gonna see the evolution you have. If you compare that to January, it really have like, it's no point comparing because, you know, you get to better yourself. And yes, I have Adam Driver here because I have a crush on Adam Driver. And yeah, I keep doing the color marks and all of this. And that's when I really like start doodling and having fun, implementing new layouts, some lists, finally employee list. This is all the things I will do, and these are my favorite outfit of March. And this is my last spread of March. This is one of my favorite as well. Yeah. And then for the end of March, what I really did was to start implementing review in pictures with a picture and the main events that happen. I go through my phone and like look at, well, okay, so what did happen this month, and just paste it and write something. And I think it's very cute to look back. And so for April, my theme was the lights. As you can see, I really like how this turned out. The funny thing is I hate yellow, but I think it's really cute. And so every month I decided to draw a tarot card, because I don't know if you know that about me, but I actually read tarot. Decided that I wanted to start saving paper, because the whole thing about this is that your whole year has to fit in a single notebook, and I noticed that mine wasn't gonna last very long if I kept wasting so much paper. My gratitude log in my month overview, because in the previous months it was kind of empty, so I did little squares and just write something I'm grateful for every single day. And this is my mood tracker. I'm having trouble kind of keeping up with it, because I kind of don't know where the orange is. But this is a color-coded mood tracker, so the mood of the day I will color it a different color. And so here is when I changed my blog planner. So I just wrote down the 30 days of the month and everything that I have planned, every content that I have planned, if it's YouTube, if it's for my blog, if it's filming, if it's writing, if it's editing. And for my habits, instead of doing that big grid, as I said, I'm trying to save paper, I just put them all here, and also added some like Pinterest and waking up early. And so this is my first weekly spread of April. I really liked how this turned out. It's more like city lights kind of themed. I think it's very cute. Also, I learned during my whole bullet journaling journey, scratching pictures is not something you should do, because the whole purpose of bullet journaling is really evolving and embracing your mistakes. And if you do some mistakes, it's okay. Try to fix it the best way you can. And at the beginning, I was really not in that mindset, and I kept just scratching and scratching because I'm a friggin' perfectionist. But now I really try to embrace it and really try to, you know, be okay with my mistakes. And my brain dump, which is basically where I write all my ideas down. And for this week, I decided to do a single-paged weekly spread, because I just needed somewhere to write everything down, and I don't think some big stuff is gonna happen this week. So in the back of this bullet journal, you have a little brooch, which is amazing. As you can see, I'm keeping up all my little memories in there. So this was it for my bullet journal, guys. I will make sure to keep you updated with how this goes and during the month, and hopefully do a yearly flip through. This is it for my bullet journal video. Really hope you have a clear idea of what it is, and I really hope that actually inspired you in some way. Don't hesitate to tell me if you were inspired by this video, if you're actually thinking about having a bullet journal, and if you do, or if you actually reproduce any of the things you've seen in my bullet journal video. Please don't forget to tell me, because I really want to see everybody's bullet journal. That is definitely a new like addiction of mine, seeing what everybody has in their bullet journal. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you liked it, and I will see you very soon in another video. And lots of love always. I'm like unable to do something cool, so I'll just do that. Right now, move your ass, go to the nearest bookstore you have, order this. I've changed so much in how I'm thinking, and it's the kind of book where I was like, yes, I mean